This mod turns Bannerlord into a whole different game. You can steal, sneak, stab, and so much more.
What is going on?
I'm starting as a street thief with no money and no food. I have to survive, train, going from a simple thief to a full-fledged assassin. And if I'm not careful, things could escalate.
No!
My final objective is to take down the corrupt people who prey on the weak and poor. So, here we go. I spent 50 days as an assassin in Bannerlord. Day 1. I entered the city with nothing but the rags on my body. There were guards, people, merchants, opportunities everywhere. But I was going to die of starvation soon. I needed to do something. I went through every single pocket I could pick, leveling up my roguery skill and getting my first few coins. Things were going pretty smoothly. No one suspected a thing, but suddenly, a guard. He was onto me. I had to be careful. Finally, I had enough money to buy something to eat. I approached one of the stalls and bought my first piece of food. The next thing I needed was something to defend myself. The blacksmith had a good selection of weapons, but they were too expensive for me. I proceeded to the other parts of the city, looking for more unsuspecting pockets to pick. By doing criminal activities, I risked increasing my criminal rating. When this gets high enough, the guards will actively look for me and I would be denied entry to the city. I was drawing too much attention to myself.
Well now, stranger.
One of the local gang leaders had his eyes on me. He saw potential. This was my opportunity to become something greater. He challenged me to grab whatever I could from any merchant in town. It was perfect. This was my chance to get a weapon and get my foot in with the local gang. I approached the markets and got close to the blacksmith. He had his eyes on me.
Thief! Stop him! Guards! Guards!
First mission was a success. This increased my relations with the gang leader. Also, I gained my first level, alongside a few skill points in charm, roguery, and athletics. Building relations with the local gangs was the key to making a name for myself and unlocking new jobs. On the other hand, being a nobody, alone, made me a target for looters.
Hey, you! What are you got in your bags? What are you carrying?
Oh, this is really bad.
A whole group of bandits was after me.
Stay away. Oh. Stay away. Dude. What? How? Oh, this is bad.
Come on!
Yes. One more. Dude. Come on. No. No.
I was captured. I spent all of day 2 as a prisoner, walking through the desert. I waited, looking for the right opportunity to make a move. That night, I got rid of my chains, but I still had to escape.
Nobody. Huh. I don't like this. Clear. Okay. Sure. We good? Okay, good. No! Oh, open! Oh. No! No! Grab! Go! Ah! No. Oh, why? Why? Run! Ugh.
On day 3, I went back to town. If I wanted to stand a chance out there, I needed people, recruits, and the best place to find them was everything anyone would want: music, food, drinks, and games. I spoke with some people willing to join, but I wasn't able to afford it. Before that, I needed to work my way up. That's when I met Lucky.
Peace to you.
The most powerful gang leader in town. To prove myself, he challenged me to pickpocket 6 persons within a day. Completing this mission improved my relationship with him, but it wasn't enough. To unlock bigger jobs, I needed to do more than that. That's when I discovered the pit fights. By proving my worth in the underground fights, I'd built a reputation within the common folk. The requisite to join? Win a good old-fashioned hand-to-hand brawl. That's how it began. The place smelled of sweat and blood. The cheering and screaming of the crowd was deafening. The fight, brutal, raw, ruthless. Now, I had a daily paycheck and a title. Well, sort of. By participating in fights, the people will start to recognize me, earning fame, with each tier granting me more benefits and perks. I could choose to participate in hand-to-hand fights or weapons only. First, I tried my luck in a 1v1 duel.
Come here. No! Come on. Yes!
Teams of 3.
Go, 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 go! Take this. Take this. Ooh. 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 Oh, crap! No! Oh! No!
Teams of 5.
Here we go! What is going on? Oh my god! What is going on? No, 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 no! Wait! Please stop! Stop! Stop, I said! Yes, yes, yes! Yes!
4 in a row.
Bring it on! Bring it! Easy! Ow! Ow! Yes! Nope! Easy! Oh! Oh! No! Oh! Bring it on! Again! No, no!
War Thunder is the most comprehensive vehicle combat game ever made. It features over 2,000 tanks, planes, helicopters and ships that you can play as and participate in dynamic PvP battles. The attention to detail in each of them is insane. Every one of them is modeled down to their individual components. Play for free now on PC, Xbox Series X or S, PlayStation 5 or any previous generation console. Vehicles suffer actual damage to their components and crew. A damage X-ray shows exactly what happens to you or your enemy as it is damaged. It has an in-depth customization system for vehicles where you can apply hundreds of camouflages, historical markings, equipment and much more. My favorite part? Destruction effects. Play War Thunder now for free on PC, PlayStation or Xbox using my link in the description to get a huge bonus pack including multiple premium vehicles, a premium account, an exclusive 3D decorator and much more. Available for a limited time only. On day 4, I had more money than ever before. I used it to buy me some clothes, finally throwing my rags away. That day, the gang leader gave me my first important job, to collect funds. I went to the meeting point, but things weren't that simple. By completing these jobs, I took some perks in roguery and athletics, leveled up one-handed, and increased my cunning skills. I wasn't going to let the bandits take me again. I bought a discreet weapon to carry around the cities, traveled to a nearby town, and recruited some locals. Now, I was no longer alone. On day 5, it was time for payback.
What is it now?
Looters only understood violence, so I sent them a clear message.
Charge!
We took the ones that survived as prisoners and grabbed the loot. After that, more people joined our ranks. On day 6, I was ready to take on my first assassination target. I waited patiently until the evening to strike from the shadows. Things were on another level now. Relations were good. That night, I celebrated in the fighting pits, throwing punches all night long, kissing the dirt with my face on the ground, beating down my opponent in one fight and getting knocked down in the other. Nonetheless, amidst the chaos, my name was getting around, my face was getting recognized. I was now known as a survivor. My renown was increasing. My recruits were growing stronger with me. On day 7, I took my next important job. The gang leader wanted me to go to the nearby village of Hiblet, Local notables were late with their payments. I was ordered to fix this. I got more recruits on the way, and once I arrived, I talked to Iskar, who only wanted to pay half of their requested amount. I had a few words. On day 8, Lucky told me about his missing bodyguard. He was supposed to recover some money from the tavern keeper. I was told to find him and deal with him.
Whoa! Wait. Stop. Whoa.
This encounter left me with some good money, bought a better weapon to use in the streets, and some more ropes. At this point, I had unlocked a new job, and this was a big one. My mission was to travel to the city of Ortisia and meet my contact in the Tavern district. Spent all day and night traveling, until, on day 9, I set foot in the Southern Empire. New city. Towering stone buildings. Learn the layout of the city. Observe, study. I needed to find my contact. This place was unlike any I had ever encountered before. Musicians singing ballads and women dancing. Noble guards, cobblestone roads. To survive, you need to know what you're dealing with and what are your options. Watch the locals. Know its people. To be invisible. I met Deju Aranai, who in this story would become my first true companion. Shortly after, I met with my contact, who gave me a disguise. I would have to pretend to deliver food to the kitchen and sneak into the keep. Thing is, guards were roaming in the Lord's Hall. To create a diversion and clear the place, my contact asked me for 3,000 dinars. I didn't have that kind of money, but I couldn't risk it. I started to work, pickpocketing the rich through every street, scamming and talking with the local gang leader. On day 10, I had to deal with a rival gang at the pier. By liberating the zone, I gained some favor. This meant better jobs, more fights, bigger payments, and that's how I earned the money needed to proceed with the heist. Thanks to the plan, I managed to sneak in and found 2 chests. Time was running out. I could only pick one of them and ran off. On day 11, I made my way back to Kujas. My relationship with the local gang leader was the key to gaining more power within the city. I kept doing more jobs for him, improving my skills and getting more recruits in the process. On day 12, our numbers were getting bigger. We were a force to be reckoned with, no longer running away from hostile bandits. Leading my recruits to battle, we crushed our enemies, taking their loot and imprisoning the survivors. On day 13, I returned to the pits, gaining more fame, more renown, more skills, and further developing my relations. This made more people want to follow me, not only in the city, but in the nearby towns. Had to buy enough food to keep us all well fed. On day 14, becoming a bigger group was slowing us down, so I paid a visit to the markets and provided my men with horses. That night, we took care of another guard, further weakening the corrupt people from the shadows. I kept going forward, building my reputation, fist by fist. On day 15, my recruits were upgraded. I felt ready to deal with the rival gang once and for all. Alongside my companion, we made our way through the city into the shady alleyways, where the fight ensued. We got destroyed. I was careless, wounded both in body and mind. I had no other choice but to wait and rest. Couldn't fight in the pits. On days 16 and 17, I couldn't do anything. On day 18, I slowly got back to work. Simple task at first, to get my legs working again. It wasn't long enough until I found myself fighting again.
Give him hell!
Improving my skills further, back into the pits once more. On day 19, I took one more job, went to Tashiba town to take care of a little problem. Finally, I had reached the required amount of relation with the gang leader to be able to challenge him. On day 20, Lucky accepted the duel, a gang trial. This was the most important step I have ever taken up until that point. On day 21, we fought.
No! Stop! Crap! Come on! No. Yes. Good. No. Please. Yes! Whoa. Holy.
I did it. He proposed to become partners. I had two choices, to keep our relationship or to take the streets for myself. As much as I would have liked to do the latter, I needed people I could trust to watch over the alleys, keep the corrupt in line, and help me manage the money side of things. I decided to become partners, for the time being, using this for my benefit to lay the foundations for my own brotherhood. By being partners, Lucky would mention our good relation to the people he knew in other cities, improving my relationship greatly and making things easier for me, letting me expand beyond just one city, but multiple. I'd also get a passive income every single day and still get access to high-paying jobs in the city. I rested for a couple of days, healed my wounds, and did some light work. On days 24 to 26, I focused on gaining more money, fame, renown, and recruits, confronting my enemies, helping people in need, taking care of problems, and crushing skulls in the pit fights. On day 27, my name inspired fear, respect, so much that I was now known as a champion, the highest tier possible. This meant that I could train and fight in any town, take the lead in group fights, and most importantly, have a Patreon. I had to gain enough renown to reach clan tier 1. My athletics were much better, and our presence was ever growing. On day 28, I was going to get my first Patreon, becoming the favorite of Unkid, the ruler of this town and leader of the Aserai clan. By being their favorite, I would be hidden in plain sight, making them suspect nothing. But first, I had to prove my valor.
Okay, sure. Take this. And this. Yes. And no! 2. Yes.
I was now the favorite of Unkid. This provided me with a big monetary gain for each victory I had in the pits. Next thing was to find me some more companions. I asked around the tavern for information on people. There was someone with the right expertise that could be useful for my brotherhood.
Peace to you, stranger.
Torvald Viderdrad, philosopher of medicine. He was looking to join any campaign, and now he was part of ours, becoming the quartermaster, providing us with a great bonus to our party size. Had to buy some proper clothing and equipment for me and my brothers. After that, we traveled through the deserts for a couple of days. On day 30, we reached the city of Sanala, my next target.
Pretty. Lots of trees.
Picturesque. People dancing. Bustling open market. There,
Peace to you, stranger.
I met with the local gang leader, Sourwine. Lucky had already put a good word about me, providing me with 10 extra relation points with him. I proceeded to do some work to improve my relationship and keep growing my network. Quietly, in the shadows, gathering more people, avid recruits wanting to join us. Bought better equipment, kept doing favors, growing my influence in the territory, both inside and outside the city. Whispers of my name stretch across the humble towns. Day after day, money and recruits were coming our way, and I kept working until we got a quest. Some people were missing, captured by bounty hunters. The mission was to raid their hideout and rescue the associates. We made our way there to infiltrate the place by night under the shadows.
Quiet.
Oh! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Quiet.
No! No!
Okay. Keep going. Okay. One more.
Oh, come on! Oh my god! Go, 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 go!
Oh, what?
The bounty hunter leader came out from hiding and challenged me to a 1v1 duel.
How about we settle this one-on-one?
Got it.
The loot was plentiful, a very successful job. On day 32, I got some more recruits, went back to the city and into the tavern, where I met with my nice companion.
Yours is not a face I know.
Veragid, a professional of arms, one who forged her own weapons and avoided towns whenever possible. Good fit for the group. After buying some equipment, I took another assassination contract.
Come on. That's it.
Whoa, what? Crap!
Okay, sure. Thank you.
I was earning notoriety. Bad notoriety. My criminal rating was so high that I now was a wanted criminal. I had to be careful around guards. I asked the tavern keeper for any information on more potential associates. I needed to travel far away, into new cities. Maybe I'll have better luck there. Being a wanted man by the Aserai, the best thing to do was to lay low for a while. I proceeded to leave the city and traveled through the desert, searching for more companions. On day 33, we fought some looters. I was in awe of the sheer numbers of our company. The brotherhood was growing. After the battle, we took some prisoners and some loot. On day 34, we arrived at Kasira, another city of the Aserai. I walked through the markets and made my way into the local tavern.
Peace to you.
I met Danny the Swift after she joined our company. I picked some skill perks and bought some equipment for my companions. On day 35, we traveled back to Sanala, the second city. Some of my companions were hurt. I did some light work while they rested to heal their wounds. At night, we gathered everyone.
Oh. Now we're talking.
This time, I wasn't alone. I had my brothers and sisters to watch my back. Under cover of the night, we made our way into the alleyways to show the rival gangs what we were made of. We won the fight and cleared the alley. My recruits were evolving even more, while each of my companions specialized in their own skills, helping in their own way. On day 36, it was time to heal. Tried fighting in the pit, but it was rough. It was really rough. Bought some food with the coins that I won. On day 37, I got back to work collecting some funds, increasing my relation and gathering some dinars. It seemed like a normal day like any other. Took another job to steal something from the markets, but things went sideways. I was surrounded. They took me away and threw me into a dungeon. Took all my weapons. Or that's what they thought. I waited until nighttime for the right opportunity.
Guards will attack on sight. Take the prison keys from one of the guards to break free. Okay. Seems clear. One way. Oh. Quiet. Got it. Is there anyone else? Oh. What'd I do? What'd I do? Done. Yes, the way out.
The prison break was a success. It was time to leave town. Local security was intensified. Things will get back to normal in about 10 days. On day 38, we had nowhere to go. I figured the best course of action was to build our own base of operations, our own home. We set up camp near some mountains. Here you could see the tier of the homestead, how much gold there was stored, total productivity, space, morale levels, and much more. After moving some food and money, I took a ride out on the area to decide where the best spot to establish would be. This was one of my favorite things to do. Exploring around and looking for a place to settle was really cool. I spotted a cliff. It would make a good vantage point to survey the area in case of any attacks. Plenty of space to build things too. I began by setting up the main campfire, where my companions and guards will hang out. Then, a tent for sleeping in, and another one for music and relaxing. This was starting to feel like a home, a place for wanderers, for the ones crushed by corruption, for people in need, a brotherhood. Looking out for each other, we had our backs to make a difference. The following days, we waited, spending time in the homestead. Sometimes I went out to recruit some more people, checked town from time to time to see how things were going, but they were still on high alert. After more recruiting and gathering food, on day 44, I went back to Kujas. There, I was able to get in thanks to my contacts. The loyalty of the town was slowly declining. People were starving. It was time to make a move. It was time to expose the corruption once and for all. For that, it needed a way in. The guards chased me the instant they saw me. To be able to do anything, I needed a disguise. And I had the perfect one right in front of me.
Got it. Okay, now give me this. What?
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, hey, hey, hey! Hey! Stop!
Nope. Oh, done. Perfect.
By using their uniform, I could walk their streets in front of their noses, and they wouldn't even notice me. Well, ironic. It was time to expose the corruption. By working from the shadows, unseen, we were the hidden ones, like silent guardians. We try to bring hope, a future with freedom.
I hope this works. Can they see me? I don't think they can. Hello? Huh. Nothing. There's the entrance. Let's walk through here. Don't mind me. Intrusion. Be discreet and don't draw any weapons inside. Sure thing. Look around the throne for some evidence. There's nobody home. Okay, let's do it. Where is it? Up. Take it. Yes.
I left the place with enough evidence to put the clan in some serious trouble. They were almost banished. The authorities were going crazy. It was time to leave. Days 45 and 46, I kept on the move, traveling, until on day 47, I arrived at Casira. I had to sneak in with a hooded robe for a disguise, but I made my way in, carefully, looking over my shoulder, a bit paranoid. They were after me. I could feel the weight of their eyes watching me. Nonetheless, we were not finished. The corrupt were exposed for what they did, but we needed to send a greater message, to show the people that the corrupt were not untouchable, to prove a point. I made my way into the local tavern and started asking some questions. I needed to find the right target and the right moment. They were on the move, but on day 48, I found it. Lord Tamza, noble of the Aserai, member of the Banu Koraz. This was it, a final message, to make a statement.
This is it. All or nothing. Here we go. Shh, 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 shh. Quiet. No, 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 no. No. Crap. Come on. Yes. Please. Good. Nice. Done. Should be safe now. No one's around. There's the keep. Now or never. Act normal. Almost there. Yes. Let's do it.
Having taken care of my target and exposed the lies and deceptions once again, I spent the last days traveling to Gujaz, where it all started, to claim my place, to lay down the roots of this brotherhood. Working from the inside, between the streets, between the people, making my territory a place for anyone who needs it, held by the people that I trust, together. After all, I didn't arrive here just by myself. I began alone, but now we were a community. We looked out for each other and welcomed anyone who needed a hand. Thanks to War Thunder for sponsoring this video. Remember to check the link in the description to claim your bonus pack. Available for a limited time only. Play War Thunder now for free on PC, PlayStation or Xbox. Thank you for watching. And thank you to everyone who joins as a member and donates to the channel.